Hey y'all, how are we doing? Um, I said I was gonna do something different tonight for this live, and I am. Let me get my setup. Get me set up. Well, when it's time to go live, this introductory report. You know how I started off. It just be all. But we gonna do this anyway. We finna do it. But before we go in, I gotta do my introductory song. Also, is the volume up on here? I hope y'all can hear me. Because I don't even know if I turned the volume up. I don't even see the doggone thing going up. But anyway, introductory song. I got an audio that I want to play. And after that, we're going in. And I want to talk about a few things. So let's begin. And also, I hope y'all had a beautiful day. And um, welcome to this channel, all my new subscribers. Yes, welcome. I see we had a new subscriber today. So with that said, let's get in here. Let's start.
Okay, remember what I told you. Be your own boss. Love yourself. Get up and dance. Level up. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Level up. 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 All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy. Yummy. Oh. Level up. 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 Level up, level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy. Yummy all your time. And more mistakes are coming. I won't do it no more. There's no news, there's news. I done did that before. I turned it into something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action. You just go see coming. I just keep elevating. No loss, it's just a friend. My lessons make blessings. I turn that into money. They got it every city. This beat is so much better. I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, it's coming on. See me as I'm praying, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
I'm just gonna wing it. That's the best way to do it.
All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all your time. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all your time. They break and drop like weight. Team good, don't want no hate. I'm riding, I'm shining, up on my way. They gotta never settle. It's so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, it's all coming on. See me as I'm praying, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all your time. All this sauce so level, on another level, elevation level.
That's good enough tonight because I just don't speak from my heart. When I first started, it was trying to recognize this point. It's never gonna do it, though. Work it on that thing. Good goodness. All right, we done with that. It's this video that just came across, that well, That was right on time, and it's anyway. I'm gonna let that play for a little bit. I ain't gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna give you out the source of where I get it from and all that, and then we're gonna go into the live after that. I was gonna say something. I'm still gonna say it, but just not right now.
This video right here is about the science of speaking positively. Now, I did an entire lecture on occultic vernacular and expression enchantment, meaning the hidden meaning around words. I mean, the hidden occult the hidden occult, meaning the definitions behind words that we use every day. I have videos on it. This video right here is going to be right up that alley. Just a different perspective. This video right here is going to be the science of speaking positive. Now, I'm just going to jump right in. First of all, it is important to only have positive people around you in everyday life and relationships, whether they be intimate relationships, family relationships, friend relationships, close relationships, distant relationships, on and off relationships. You should start to eliminate out of your life anybody who does not speak positively to you, lovingly to you, or liking to you. Now, just because somebody's telling you the truth and it hurts your feelings does not mean they're speaking lovingly to you. I mean, that does not mean they're speaking negatively to you. So please be mature and use discernment. But y'all know what I mean. If you have somebody who's constantly being negative, constantly being sarcastic in a negative way, what they're doing is they're affecting your self-esteem. Now, for those of you who don't know the definition of esteem, even though you use the word every day, it just means your sense of respect for yourself. Okay? Esteem just means your sense of respect for either yourself or another person. So of course, your self-esteem will be your sense of respect for yourself. Now, the word sarcasm.
I'm in the live.
Okay, sar comes from the Greek word sarx, which means flesh. Now, chasm. Okay, chasm. Because when you say chasm, your brain is not registering which chasm you're talking about. Now, chasm in sarcasm is CASM, but chasm in science, okay, is CHASM. Now, a chasm in science, CHASM, is a deep crack within the earth. So an earthquake could cause a chasm in the earth. A nuclear bomb could cause a chasm in the earth. A landslide, something destructional that fractures the structure of the earth. So a chasm is a fracture in the earth. Sarcasm is a fracture in your flesh. Is a fracture in who you are as a person. This is why it hurts your self-esteem. Okay, let me give an example. If an earthquake happened on somewhere that's a beautiful garden, it's going to hurt the esteem of the landscaper because we just put a crack in the way that they viewed themselves and took pride in themselves, respectfully, as being a beautiful landscaper. If I'm constantly being negative and using sarcasm, it's going to put a crack in the self-esteem of you, just like it was a crack in the self-esteem of that earth. And so remember, the only difference between us and the earth is the chemical makeup of our organisms. The earth is conscious just like us. You use silicone inside of cell phones to transmit thoughts. Silicone is just a reprogrammed form of crystals. Okay? So all electronic devices which input, output radio frequencies and transmit thoughts and voice signals are just crystals. 30% of the earth is made up of silicone. Okay? And silicone is in damn near silicone is one chemical element down from carbon, damn near inside of everything. So the earth can pick up our thoughts. Okay? It picks up on our consciousness and everything. And so why is this important? Let's bring the science back to people. Okay? If I'm constantly talking down on you, I'm constantly speaking negatively to you. Every time you say you want to do something, if I'm not telling you you can't do it, I'm throwing in reasons of why it might not work. You need to get
I'm not gonna play the whole clip. I'm gonna share.
And in a relationship, okay, a lot of times relationships fail because people get into arguments and they weaponize vocabulary. And they not only weaponize vocabulary, they aim the weapons that they just turned these words into at soft spots in the target. The target in this point in time will be the person you in a relationship with. And so with that being said, they aim them at soft spots such as things that you told them you're sensitive about in your past, things that they know you take pride in yourself. Okay, like for example, if a woman cooks a lot and she prides herself in being a cook, the first thing I want to do is the first thing I want to do, if I want to create a fracture in this woman or a chasm in this woman or hurt this woman's self-esteem, is I want to tell her, that's why you can't cook and your food nasty as hell. Okay? And so it don't matter if it's true. If I say that in a way that makes her believe that I believe that, for example, when you go to jail, you get convicted of a sentence. A conviction just literally means to convince. Okay? Now, we speak with conviction when we formulate sentences with words. If you take the S off the back of the words and put it on the front, it means swords. That's why they say the tongue is mightier than the sword, because words cut. And so I don't have to actually even believe what I'm saying to you. All I have to do is say it with conviction, aka convince you that I feel that way, and I will hurt your self-esteem, aka I will cause a chasm in yourself. Sarcasm, sarx means self, chasm means fracture in the earth. And so this is why some people say hurtful shit and they don't even believe it, but they just want to hurt you. And a lot of women have been programmed to do this because they grow up in situations where they can't physically protect themselves, so they weaponize the vernacular aspect of themselves. And so let's bring this back. If I want to hurt this woman, all I have to do is make sure every couple of days I tell her, I don't like this. I don't like that. Wait till she cook a dish that I know she prides herself in cooking and make sure I tell her, I don't like that. That's nasty. Or you could have made this better. See? And what a person is doing is they're causing fractures in your in the personal planet that you are. They're causing fractures in your self-esteem. And so the point I was trying to make is a lot of times relationships, people break up every day because you might have said some shit to a person and 5 years later they still ain't let that shit go. And a lot of resentment and enmity and the negative energy is built up towards you, even if they don't show it subconsciously every day, because you hurt their feelings in a way that they can't let go, because you literally hurt their self-esteem. You hurt the way that they view themselves. Okay? Nothing wrong with viewing yourself in a positive manner, as long as you don't become a damn narcissist. But a lot of the times, if you destroy the way a person look at themselves, okay, you destroy the relationship that you have with the person, because the only way that they can get that image back is if they get the hell away from you. So with that being said, every day, family, people are committing these, attacks on each other in the forms of vernacular witchcraft, and we don't even realize it. And so this is why it's important to only keep people around you that speak positivity into your life. If you go in and play a sport and you feel like I'm going to win, don't have nobody around you that's gonna say, no, I don't know, man, because that other dude jive nice. You get the fuck out of here, because you causing fractures in my mind now. Okay, you causing chasms. Okay, so when you hear chasm or somebody uses a chasm, your brain is not denoting the difference between you and the earth, because there is no difference between you and the earth, except you speak in one way, the earth speaks in one way. That's it. And so that being said, all your self-esteem and your personality and your psychological foundation is doing is being fractured. And so if you got somebody that's constantly being negative, constantly going out their way to say dumb shit, constantly reminding you of shit that they don't like about you, the first thing that they have to say when you present something to them, or you're going into something where they know you need to be fully intact, and the first thing that they do is say some negative shit, you need to get the fuck away from this person as fast as possible. And so the reason I felt it important to do this video in regards to the science of speaking positively is so that people can understand that you need to reflect on your life in regards to how happy you are on a daily basis, where you want to go, and actually ask yourself, is it people around you that's stopping that? And the sad thing about watching this video right now, a lot of y'all gonna say, not only is it people that's around me that is exactly guilty of what you saying in this video, young sparrow, this person is my spouse, my husband, my wife, my mom, my dad, my brother. It ain't even gonna be no stranger. It ain't even gonna be no stranger. We watch TV.
All right, we're done. We're about to go in. And the reason why I wanted to do this live, because I think it's very important that we are constantly, evolving ourselves and having a proper knowledge to do that. Having the proper mental state to really get us, motivated and interest in our own lives, interest in our own you know, process of getting to know ourselves. That's what these lives is about. Leveling up and doing things that's best for us. But I did put this definition here what a narcissist is, but that's in a very, very cynical way. Very, how can I say this? Not evil, but self-centered way. Which when I do my videos, I know a lot of people think that I'm self-centered and just I don't know, but I can't even worry about what other people think about me because don't nobody know who I am, and they don't know my 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 testimony. Nobody knows that but me. So that's why I do the things that I do because I know it's important for us to have the proper knowledge and the right mental state to go forth in our life. Because if we're not going forward, we're always going backwards. And I see a lot of that. And then also, I'll be so alone within you know, with how my mental state is. I'll be alone a lot because I don't have, you know, the right energy around in my environment or whatever. So I stay to myself. That's how I do it because I've tried. I've tried to have a helping hand and help others, and it only bit me in my ass. So I would no longer do that anymore. When I see something, I'm going to take heed to what that has been revealed to me, and I'm not going to go forward with that. But anyway, so that's why living up is very important because it sets the stage to the remainder of our life experience. Our future self. It sets the stage for a lot of things with us just leveling up, getting the accurate things and people and knowledge and anything that we need to pursue our goals and dreams, in a more conducive way to us being, more aware of our surroundings, more aware and more loving to ourselves, then that will be the process of leveling up. But with that said, I want to go in with some things that I wrote as usual. And then this new thing that I've started was, we're going to do a tarot card pull and read what that says. But, whew, excuse me. Here we go. So, oh, there you go. Okay. So, what we have here is divine portals. Divine portals. Okay. Aligning with your desires and intents and staying in that vibe and watching how effortlessly and abundant your manifestations begin to roll on your subconscious, conscious, and external screenplay. Your stage of life called My Life Story. Own your shit. That's part of leveling up too. When you begin to level up, you are becoming aware of that something is definitely wrong. Something needs to be, really, you know, carefully attained to. It's something that you need to work on because you keep getting the same results. All right. It says energy is your soul contract you already agreed upon before you got to the earth realm. Now the adventure is attracting your star players to manifest their inner knowingness. Level grading. Level grading. And that's part of leveling up, level grading. It says knowing when to release or progress forward with your person. Knowing when to release or progress forward with your person. how often you get results as a team player. Now, when you get in a relationship, including with yourself, you have to be a team player. When you become aware of really who you are, you're going to be more attuned to, what's right for you instead of doubting what yourself is warning you about, what yourself is telling you that you should be doing in that moment. Because a lot of us, we just, brush off a lot of things that our higher self tell us, and we put ourselves in, a deeper hole than what we're already in because we don't be listening to, ourselves. But it says here, as the results, bringing out the best or worst in you. Let me rephrase that. It says, are the results bringing out the best or worst in you? Y'all, my stomach hurts so bad, but I said I was going to still go forward with this laugh. So bear with me, please. Okay, it says, how does this energy make you feel when you connect with it? Have you transcended from the previous space in a more valuable space that will attract more or higher value energy? Does this energy stimulates your consciousness and ascension process? Forward movement is always the goal. Therefore, anytime you feel like you are moving backwards, that's a sure sign you need more clarity of what you are wanting, or it's that space, that person, it has expired. Meaning you've learned all your requirements of the next level in order to successfully dominate that character. Boss move. Yes. And I got a video coming up that probably not tonight, probably sometime in the morning. And it's about being the CEO of your life. And that's very important that we always think on, on that the leadership, mentality, because in order for us to really progress further forward, we're gonna have to have that leadership mindset because we are the one that's managing ourselves. We're the one, you know, being the one that is in full control of our lives instead of allowing other things outside of us, dictate how we're going to move within our own lives. Okay, then it says next, we have number one, trainer mode. Number two, expert mode. Number three, queen status. And number four, goddess mode. And so it says, I was telling you those are different type of level grading. What mode are you? Are you in training mode, or you're in expert mode, or you're in queen status, or you're in goddess mode? Because depending upon which mode you're in, that's gonna be the outcome of your life experiences. That's gonna be how you manifest the things that you are wanting in your life based upon what mode, what level you're on. Okay, here we go. It says, do your best and your goons will do the rest. Team players overcoming mental unstableness. Man, what this means is what you say. Uh, Let me rephrase it. It says, mean what you say and say what you mean. When you contradict yourself, you are agreeing to more of the same energy. Begin to stand firm in your energy. Ooh, something on my voice. And continue to vibrate on that wavelength in order to attract more of the same. Because the moment you second guess yourself, you are disowning and disallowing your knowing. It's all about utilizing your knowing on command and releasing outdated and stagnating energies. Now you will resonate as an deliberately creator and not a vampiric parasite. Vampiric parasite lives at the expense of another, meaning integrate the most exuberant mind field in order to remain relevant. Let me read that again. Vampiric parasites lives at the expense of another, meaning disintegrate disintegrating the most exuberant mind field in order to remain relevant. Deception is a facade. Is that what they say? Deception is facade. Deception is facade. Now, I think I read this before, but hey, you can never get too much of good information. And it says using your discernment to gain solutions It says, when a person show you who they are, believe them. Maya Angelou said that. Yes, she did. I just used that. Never deny the energy that has been shown to you in order to proceed to your next greatest moment. Your wisdom guides you in order to move swiftly on your path. On your path. Your path doesn't have any stumbling blocks. It is only your resistance to your knowing that invites struggles in order to receive more data on that particular energy. You and only you alone decides if you will move forward or regress on your path due to the knowledge you have of self. Told you. All this has some pertaining to you being aware of where you um where you trying to go with your life. Only you know this. You can get inspiration from external things because you can feel it. You can feel that, okay, this is something that I feel like I'm interested in. And that's the thing about life. We experiment with things. Don't take things so serious. Forgive yourself as many times if you mess up and make mistakes. Because that's what it's all about. Getting to know ourselves, get to know what we really like, what we don't like. And then once we understand what we do and don't like, then we're better able to make decisions. But like I said on the other video, the previous video last night, which is there are no decisions, but when you don't know yourself, you do have a training mode to go through, but that's on another level. When decision making decision making is already been predestined for you, so all you have to do is just be in tune with your higher self. So where we at now? It says you and only you alone decides if you will move forward or regress on your path due to the knowledge you have of self. Nothing is never happening to you without your consent. Your consistent focus upon that energy invites more of it. And when I talk about energy, I'm gonna say this again. Energy is only, you being aware of what that person and well, I ain't gonna say you being aware, but energy is, you know, how that person mentality. How do they use their energy? Meaning, how do they create things based upon their mental capacity? That's energy. Words are energy. You can when you speak of energy, you can say that in so many aspects because it's all energy. And your energy is your supplier and supporter. Your energy is your supplier and supporter, meaning your consciousness, the knower, the consciousness, your higher self. And I think that's it. That's what I'm gonna read about that. But what I do want to get into, oh yeah, is this book right here. And I want to talk a little bit about this. But oh, me and my gas. What I do want to talk about is this right here. This is my son. In case y'all be wondering who is that, this is my son. Oh Lord, y'all see the y'all probably don't see the mouth, but yeah, that's my son. He would have been 24. He got murdered at the age of 18. He got shot 3 times, and so I wanted to, put him within my work so he can always be a part of what I'm doing. So this what that's about, if y'all was wondering. And it says here, which I also had this in the video that I released earlier about the inside look of creative space. Yeah, so this would be what that was if y'all saw it or whatever. But anyway, it says none of us can change our yesterdays, which yes, I wrote this. Y'all will soon pick that up because of my vocabulary or how I do things. None of us can change our yesterdays, yes, turn days. However, we can change our tomorrows. And I say it's two mirrors. Our imaginations house a mirror images. Mystic Lady Z's method. There are absolutely no limits to what your thoughts can do for you. The influence of your mind can be exerted upon any part of the body, causing elimination of any undesirable effect. Our world of power is within. And if we are wise, we will not waste time and effort dealing with the effects we find in the world without, because it is only internal reflection. Manipulation of your reality is the art of visual visualization, which is also imagination. A lot of things that are happening within our lives, it's been self-prophesized based upon our imagination. And we think that a lot of things are real based upon, our five senses and how we can feel things and stuff like that, and how it affects us, emotionally, due to the fact that we are aware of certain words. So that alone is what's causing us to feel some type of way because of the words that we are entertaining in that moment in time. So once we start to, reconstruct things based upon the definition that we give to that particular word, then you will see a different results based upon, your own images within your own mind, which is your imagination, because everything is self reflected, because we go when somebody says something to us, we go within and we process it, and we process it mentally, and then based upon the word that we attach to the emotion, we're gonna either, respond to it, or, you know, remove ourselves from whatever it is, or we're gonna figure out a way to better, you know, we're gonna figure out a better way to handle the situation based upon what we know about ourselves, because it's never the external person, the person that's we're interacting with at that moment in time. It's our energy trying to teach us something because we set it out to do that. Okay. It says you have to allow your mental state to become low in order for certain frequencies to enter the mind. What this means here is that you have to, okay, if you're not sure of yourself, then you have to have an open mind. That would be similar to low, because when you have a closed mind, that means that you already have you know everything that you need to know. But as far as me, I'm always expanding, so I would never have a closed mind. So I like I said, I know how to balance being low and being high, meaning to when we deal with frequencies and vibrations and stuff like that, because it's not always wise to be vibing high all the time, because then you're going to be closed. You're not going to allow anything in because you always high. But when it comes to a lot of low vibrating people, they not understanding that based upon their attention, this is how they are attracting things in their life. And a lot of people are not, educated on, certain words and things of that sort, and how our psyche work, and how our subconscious mind works. So they just feel like they can pay attention to any and everything when that's not the case. So uh, when it comes to low vibrant people, that's why they be all over the place, because they be looking at a lot of things that is not pertaining to their goals or their intentions with their lives. So that is not a good thing. That's why a lot of chaos is going on within the world now, because they're not being responsible with their focus, with their attention, with what they're observing, with what they are listening to, due to the fact that they are ignorant to how all this spirituality work and how our mental work. Okay, so it says, I must read it again. You have to allow your mental state to become low in order for certain frequencies to enter the mind. And also, it's a lot of people who are low vibrating people who already think they are high, due to the fact that they have, I'm gonna say they have accomplished a lot of things in life, but due to the fact, sometimes a lot of things happen in our life, like for instance with me, I was getting a lot of things that was working in my favor, but it was due to me, how can I say this? Accepting. You know what I'm saying? Accepting things that I know that I shouldn't have been accepting. So I was getting a lot of things, manifesting a lot of things, but also it was making me feel some type of way, because I felt like I wasn't being true to myself. And so when you don't be true to yourself and you know things about yourself, and you're accepting things that you shouldn't accept, but you are accepting them because it got some kind of benefit in it, then guess what? It's gonna make you attract certain things within your life. That's why I said about a lot of people who vibe low, and things are going in their favor. A lot of times, because it's going in your favor, that's not a good thing because you're gonna attract other things. Even though you got this particular, I'm gonna say, this particular energy, meaning person or this particular situation that you got going on, and you always feeling like you got the upper hand of it or whatever. But due to the way that you are doing it, how you are manifesting it, meaning if you manipulate people or however the case may be. But anytime you deny yourself and you go forward with it, then it's going to bring in more of that same energy. Some of the energies you can't handle because you've been manipulating that individual so long that they just got hip to the program or whatever. But some energies that come into your life and you try to manipulate them, it's not gonna always go the same way. So it said you have to okay, we ain't gonna read it anymore. Always try to remain a relaxed and calm mental state. Well, how long gone? 35 minutes. We're gonna get wrap this up. Oh, my stomach hurt. Okay. Calm mental state. This will allow a better signal to manipulate the outer environment. Environmental. That's what I got. Environmental. The only thing you should be manipulating is yourself. When you first getting, in tune with your higher self and spirituality and stuff like that, it's gonna take you having a lot of self discipline. And I call having a lot of self discipline a lot of time too is manipulating energy because sometimes you gotta trick your own self into believing certain things that is not actually true. So, they said this would allow a better signal to manipulate the outer environmental, your inner world, you know, the things that's going on within your mind, your heart, your emotions. It's just, we have so many things that go on within us that we're not even aware of that's dictating our focus. But that's another video. Your thoughts are instantly manifested. This is why lack of control can cause problems. If you cannot remain stable in this state, theta, and I got theater mode. Your thoughts are instantly manifested. When I don't know what I meant by that. When I say your thoughts are instantly manifested, I guess they are in a sense because in some aspect, even if it doesn't manifest like right before you at that instant, you're gonna have some type of image in your head and some type of emotion just due to the thought you just had. So that would be the instant effect. Like if you have a thought in your head and you be like, that didn't sit well with me. The thought didn't sit well. It didn't even happen yet. But if the thought didn't sit well, just imagine if you put yourself forward through that situation that you just already imagined in your own head. So that means you will have the time to to manipulate it, what you just seen in your head. But like I said, it also take you having some type of knowledge of what's really going on within this world because a lot of times we'll see things happening within our own mind, but then we'll, don't do nothing to keep from happening. We'll see it or we'll have a dream about it or something like that, and it is still happening just due to the fact that we thought it was, not real. So a lot of things happen, and then sometimes, a lot of times too, that it don't show up like the dream was, or it don't show up how you imagine in your own head, but it do show up, and then when it does show up, you ain't gonna recognize it how you recognize it within your dream or whatever, or that the dream or your that image you had, that thought you had within your head. Um, Make your mental images or patterns bigger. The only limitations are those that are set by you. There are no limits created in your imagination. Make it clear and vibrant. I'm gonna read that again. There are no limits created in your imagination. Anytime that you are manifesting, everything is coming to you according to your level of consciousness, your own imagination. Imagination. I don't know what I said. Anyway, like I said, what we are attracting to ourselves are, frequency words due to the definition. We say we want a car. We say we want a house or this, that, or that. Yes. Nice. But anyway, we attract things to us due to our level of understanding, due to the definition of the words, and based upon us being, oblivious to the meaning of a lot of words, we are attracting things in our life due to that alone, and our focus on things that doesn't serve us. Okay. There are no limits created in your imagination. Make it clear and vibrant. Hold it in your mind, and you will gradually and constantly bring that idea near to you. You are what you think about all days long. You cannot change your future by doing what you always done. You cannot change your future by doing what you always done. That includes thinking unproductive thoughts you've been taught to think. See your ideal with the end in mind, meaning what is the end goal? Is it becoming this successful speaker, musician, whatever it is that you see yourself being, you have to put yourself in that mental space now. You have to, you know, um, you have to you have to put on that character. You have to showcase that characteristics now. I ain't gonna say you're gonna be the best. It's just like me. I'm so knowledgeable about a lot of things, but I'm telling you, speaking is not one of my strong points, and I know that, but I still do it. Writing is. I don't know y'all guys will be saying, "Well, writing your strongest point. Why you gonna want to do a blog or something of that sort, or write a book or something like that stuff?" Because I have to gradually put myself, I have to gradually do things because I did, regress myself due to the things that I was focused on, allow myself to focus on because I was denying myself of who I was. So that's why it's a process to this, even with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's things that I have to go through the training process. So even though I am Mystic Lady T, even though I do know things, I still have to put myself through a training process because I wasn't sure of myself. So see your idea with the end in mind. Become crystal clear on what it is that you are manifesting. Your ideas must be solid because this is the blueprint for which you will start to build your future. Changing your mind, hopping all around your ideas is not going to bring you the results you desire. Mental labor is necessary if you are serious about creating the life of your dreams. Focus into your picture, meaning your imagination, your image, your thought. Focus until your picture becomes clear. Concentrate on the things that you want, not on the things that you do not want. And we have been trying to do that so much because of what we can see within our physical environment. We focus on things that we don't want, even the people we don't want, the situations we don't want. A lot of things that is before us that we can touch, see, smell, and taste. We focus on those things that we do not like, and guess what? We are calling them things into our lives even more based upon our focus, based upon that thought we having about it, based upon that word that we got, lingering on in our head that's telling us that we can't get out of these, there's no better way, or I can't believe it's happening to me again. And guess what? You are attracting these things to you even more due to your ignorance. That's why it's good to know thyself. That's why it's good to meditate, to get in tune with your God self, your guided self, your higher self, that spiritual aspect of yourself that you do not know, if you're not spiritual, exists. But you can feel it. You just don't know what to call it due to the words. And I told y'all, words are spells. That's all they are. It's like a bounding contract due to the sentence of that one particular schedule, because words are schedules, because schedules ain't nothing but symbols. So when you focus on that certain schedule, that certain object, then you sitting there and trapping yourself. You done bound yourself with this particular object. And I say object because it's like something, it's something that, how can I say this? Y'all know what an object is, so I ain't got to go into details about that. I said that particular object or that particular subject. It could be an object or a subject, but you still bound yourself to due to your thinking process of what's actually happening. Yes. Whew. I gotta get ready to wrap this up. It's my belly, and you can see I'm so gassy. Oh my god. There are no limits created in your imagination. Make it crazy. You are what you think about all days long. You cannot change your future by doing what you've always done. That includes thinking unproductive thoughts you've been taught to think. See your ideas with the inner mind. Become crystal clear on what it is. I already read that. Changing your mind, hopping around your ideas is not going to bring you the results you desire. Mental labor is necessary. I already wrote that. I already said that. Focus until your picture becomes clear. Concentrate on the things that you want, not on the things you don't want. Pay no attention to external conditions that make your world that make your world within and make your world within beautiful, and the world around you will express and manifest the conditions that you have within you. That's why imagination is so important. I keep saying it because a lot of people think imagination is for little kids. No, it's not. It's for adults because all it is images that you're thinking, that you keep focused on, that you telling the universe, yes, please give me more of that. Keep telling you that. Okay, so your ideas are reflected within the world around you. Your ideas are reflected within the world around you, with your environment, the people you interact with, all that stuff. You know how you think highly or lowly of yourself. You got an inner environment, you got a outer environment. The most effective way to manifest things that you want is through you being attuned, through you being in alignment with your inner world, with your heart and your mind, both of them align together to create the things that you want. You cannot say you want something and you're not putting in the effort towards getting it done. Because if you say you want something, then you're gonna have to put some action towards it. But first, the action always starts mentally first. That's the first part of movement. Your mentality is the first part. That's how they say, well, you're not really lying to yourself when you say, well, I am, I'm successful, I'm a billionaire, or whatever it is the case that you're trying to manifest. It is not a lie because if you can see it within your mind, you can manifest it within your physical world because first it was created here. So it's not a lie. You just got to put in the effort and you got to put in the focus and you got to put in the dedication to do what it is that's necessary for you to do so you can reap those things that you are wanting. So your ideas are reflected within the world around you. Expect what you want. Your main focus is thoughts of courage and power. New channels will be constantly provided and new doors, portals will open. Keep your eyes and mind open to the new opportunities that will present themselves to you, which a lot of people do not do that as well. What they do is they say they want something and then they fall in that mental state of being depressed. When you depressed, you cannot see clearly. All you can see is negative, 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 negative. You cannot see nothing because your mind is not going to let you even entertain those kind of frequency vibrations. It's not going to let you do it because you are telling your subconscious mind what you want to do based upon what you continue to focus on. That's why um positive affirmations, mantras, you reading those things to yourself on a daily basis is going to strengthen your ability to stay positive on a more consistent basis. And when it says new channels, meaning that you're gonna be able to receive new forms of information that's gonna come into your mind as an idea. Those are new channels. Yes, they are. Okay, it says keep your eyes and mind open to the new opportunities that will present themselves to you. Remember to trust, let go, and let the seed grow. Trust, let go, and let the seed grow. Do not doubt that you are that which you say you are. Never doubt it. Even if you don't see it within your external reality, do not doubt it. Because, like I said, everything first starts within the mind. That's the first that's the first action you do. You sitting down, putting the work to come up with a vision that you want for yourself. I desire, I want, or this is what will make. I ain't gonna say everything better, but this is what you're manifesting. This is the things that you feel like will make your life experience more, happier for you. More successful for you. So a lot of things that you want within your reality does not mean that somebody else gonna want it for themselves. So if the people you're around and the things that you allow yourself to focus on, if it does not be in agreement with what you are wanting, you're going to have to stop doing it because it's going to interfere with you bringing in that which you desire. Okay. The more you trust in what you cannot see happening, the faster it will be brought forth to you. We can only see what exists in the objective world, but what we visualize already exists in the spirit world. I already told you that. You cannot see something that you have not already created. Somewhere now you already created. Because first of all, us as human beings and us being forgetful, having amnesia, when we come to the earth, we get some kind of hint, some kind of sign to reawaken us to who we are based upon the external world. It's for us to utilize the external world, not for the external world to utilize us and tell us what to do. See, we got that all that information has been inverted. A lot of things. That's why a lot of us be it's so much pain. Not saying that even though you do manifest the things that you want, it's still gonna be pain and anything. You know what I'm saying? You it's different seasons for everybody. So it's gonna be seasons when you being happy, seasons when you manifesting things effortlessly in your life, seasons when seem like shit just not going well for you. But as you being into attuned to your higher self, you're gonna know how to handle them now because you're gonna know this too shall pass. You're gonna know this thing is not gonna last always. It's gonna have a moment when it has to pass. So that's why it's not good to dwell on a lot of things that are going on that are not favorable to you. Because in anything, I say in all anything negative, any bad situation that you feel that you just ain't gonna bounce back from, it's always, a lesson in it. It's something to teach you something. It's something to always profit off of. When I do not mean financially, you can profit off of, your ideas by pushing you forward, make you stay focused. That's a profit. You know what I'm saying? You profit off of that. It's putting you in a different mindset. So we finna give a rapid thing up, y'all. My stomach, I'm telling you. What time it is? 8:54. Yeah, we are. Okay, so how do we control the spiritual? Okay, I think yeah. Did I just did I just flip this up? I think I did. Okay, what you attract into your life is in harmony with your dominant thoughts. What you attract into your life is in harmony with your dominant thoughts, the things you keep frequently thinking about. The things you keep frequently thinking about, that's how you are attracting the things that are within your life, your most dominant thoughts. Nothing is beyond the power of human comprehension, but work is required. Nothing is beyond the power of human comprehension, but work is required. Your thoughts are the fire that creates the steam that turns the wheel of fortune upon what you experience. And this is dependent upon your future, which is now. Your future is always now because guess what, y'all? There's nothing but now. When you say tomorrow, you said tomorrow now. When you say yesterday, you talking about yesterday now. Only thing that makes it happening yesterday and tomorrow, what? The trickery things called words. So we thinking that it happened, it's not happening now. But within our own mind, nothing cannot happen but what we say that is happening within our own mind. And we do not have no control over external things. We only have control over our inner self, our inner self, what we think about. That's the only thing we have control over. So if somebody pisses us off, we got to figure out a way to control ourselves within. We got to have the right knowledge, the right information, the right mental state when we're dealing with certain types of people when we go out here in the world. Because it's gonna be a lot of time when stuff don't go in our favor. And I know this. Now y'all know this. Right. So, you have a power at your disposal every moment and every day. This means that your potential to achieve what you want is without limits. This is a world within. A world within. I told y'all this is a self-reflecting world. And I know a lot of y'all cannot get it. But once you get it, you're like, dog, when you start going back in your memory, let's say you go back 10 years ago now. Yeah, it's gonna feel like it's happening right now. If you can go back 10 years ago and be like, you know what, I used to have all these thoughts about killing myself, that I wasn't no good, that ain't nobody gonna understand me, blah 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 blah. But look how you talking to yourself. And then you wonder why you experienced so many things that you experienced 10 years ago. That's why they happened. Because you were self-prophesizing a lot of things and you did not know that. So once you, as a creator, mentally, when you self-prophesize things, they have to show up. They have to show up. There's no other way for it to go. So, I keep saying I got to go because my stomach. You have the power to expose every moment, every day. This means that your potential to achieve what you want is without limits. And that's truly that's it. There's a world within, a world of thought and feeling and power. Although invisible, its force is mighty. Its force is mighty. Your subconscious mind, inner guidance, never lose focus. It's us who lose focus. It's us who allow other outside things to dictate our knowing. That's the thing. When we know something, we got to stand firm on that knowing, because it's going to be a lot of external things. Yeah, it's so many people who are not working on themselves. So they're going to try to project their fears and their doubts on you. And based upon how you know yourself, you're going to either throw it back at them, not literally with words, but you know what I'm saying? You're going to return that energy back to the sender. You know what I'm saying? Just return the sender. That's not me. I mean, it's sad that a lot of people don't know this stuff, but it's easy. It's simple. It really is. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work. Okay. Your subconscious mind, inner guidance, never lose focus. It is your connection to your world within. It is the power center of your brain. Your subconscious is where where you transform your desires into knowing. I always talk about that. It's never about beliefs. It's about knowing. Never about beliefs, but it's about knowing. But beliefs start the process of knowing, because you got to, believe in something, to get it going, to knowing. Once you pass that stage of believing, like, no, I don't believe nothing no more. I know what I'm capable of. I know that I am worthy. I know that things are going to work out in my favor, even if it seems like that on the external world, that things are not turning around. Yes, they are. You just got to give it time, because within the physical world, things don't happen like it happened in the spiritual world. That's just like now. If you have a thought, boom, you just had that thought. But then when you say change situation, no, because that requires external things. That requires other people's energy. That requires other people's mental. So that's why it's good to put yourself in a good space, good environment around like-minded people, because if you don't put yourself in a space with like-minded people, you're going to keep continuously go through challenges, because you're going to be always, projecting back or returning back that energy to the sender, because you allow yourself to, to interact with or to be in that environment of that type of energy. So we're moving on. Let me see. If you look, just comes. Your subconscious is where you transfer your desires into knowing. If you look within instead of around you, you absolutely cannot fail in making use of the mighty force that will eventually determine your course in life. And the life that is within you, all that is best and strongest and most desirable. By changing the cause, you change the effect. And the cause is you. The cause is always you, because of the mental. The mental. Whether it's something external going on, you are the one that is going to be responding to what's going on externally. So you are always the cause, based upon some previous energy that you put out into the universe that you got to experience. But the more you are aware of what you're putting out, then it's going to slow the process down, or it's going to stop it all. I can't say all, because it's still going to be something that we do that's unconscious, that's going to invite in more of that type of energy, because like I said, throughout the day, we're always putting ourselves in a trance, whether by allowing ourselves to focus on what somebody else doing, or by us being ignorant and watching things and telling ourselves things that we know that are affecting us in a low vibrating way. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, y'all, and I gotta go. I really gotta go because my stomach hurt, and then I'm baking, I'm sweating and all that stuff. But anyway, but the world within is governed by your mind. When you discover this world, you will find the solution to every problem, the cause for every effect, because it is in your control. All laws of power and position is also in your control. It is also when you recognize the potential of the infinite source that it takes forming the world surrounding you. Find harmony in your world within, and it will be reflected in your life around you. Harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, the very best of everything. It is essential to all greatness. So, how do we control the spiritual world within us? By controlling our thoughts and determining how each and every experience affects us. Every thought is a cause, karma, and every condition is an effect, experience. It is extremely important to control your thoughts. And that is the end. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful night. And I don't know when I'll be going back live again. And I hope you guys get some out of this live because that's all I'm gonna be talking about is the mental and with me having a lot of free time now. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of me. Also it's I just can't think now because I got a lot going on within me. Yes, I do. But thank you guys for joining my live. Thank you for the new subscribers. Yes, we getting on up there. And also, y'all, before I get off this live, I said okay, I think we only got like 61 subscribers, right? When we get to 100 subscribers, I am going to be giving away $50 on Cash App, but I will be notifying you guys when that moment arrives because as you can see that the number of subscribers are not up there. But yes, the more the more subscribers, the more interaction I get, the more that this channel is going to expand. Yes, yes, like-minded people, and I bet you a lot of you guys are peculiar, just like me, and weird and strange and wacky and kooky, and just hey. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there with y'all. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I will be giving away $50 to the lucky subscriber who is commenting and interacting and all that. So that's one of the perks. And the more that I succeed, we are gonna be succeeding because the more I'm gonna be more, able to, give you guys more things based upon how I am succeeding in my life. But anywho, y'all have yourself a great, 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 beautiful night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow because I know it will be tomorrow because, like I said, I have more free time now because I got rid of that little hiccup or whatever. I ain't gonna say it was a hiccup because it was the greatest thing that happened in my life. Really was. But anyway, talk to you guys next time in the next live. Mr. Lady Z is right now signing off. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Level up, y'all. Level up, y'all. Level up. Level up. Mentally. Level up. Level up.